Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of one of my absolute favorite cheeses, the rich, creamy, and oh so smoky smoked Gouda. Seriously, if you've ever strolled by it in the grocery store and thought, what's the big deal? You're totally in the right spot. This cheese is like a flavor explosion in your mouth, with that perfect balance of smokiness and creaminess that just makes everything better. Trust me, once you try it, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Let's dive in and explore together what makes this cheese so ridiculously delicious and totally special. You're gonna love it. We're going to cover everything from its unique flavor to how it's made, and of course, all the delicious ways you can use it. So, let's start with the basics. What exactly is smoked Gouda? It's a semi-soft Dutch cheese made from cow's milk, but with a fantastic twist. It takes the classic nutty, buttery flavor of regular Gouda and elevates it with a deep, smoky finish. The texture is just incredible. It's smooth, creamy, and melts like a dream, making it one of the most versatile cheeses you can have in your fridge. First, let's talk about that amazing flavor. When you taste smoked Gouda, you first get that familiar, mild sweetness of traditional Gouda. It's nutty and buttery, almost like a high-quality cheddar, but with a softer, creamier mouthfeel. But then, the magic happens. A wave of smoky flavor, usually from hickory wood, washes over your palate. It's not overpowering but perfectly balanced, adding a layer of complexity that's both savory and comforting. This smoky note is what makes it stand out and transforms it from a simple cheese into a real culinary star. Now, you might be wondering, how does it get that smoky flavor? Well, the traditional process is fascinating. It all begins with making a classic Gouda cheese. Fresh cow's milk is heated, and special cultures and rennet are added to create curds. These curds are then washed by removing some of the whey and adding water. This step is crucial because it removes some of the milk sugar, or lactose, which results in a sweeter, less tangy cheese. After washing, the curds are pressed into those iconic wheel shapes and soaked in a brine solution. This brining process helps develop the flavor and creates a protective rind. Finally, the cheese is aged, typically for at least 60 days, to let the flavors mature. Once the Gouda is ready, it's time for the smoking process. The cheese wheels are placed in a special smokehouse. The key here is cold smoking. The temperature is kept very low, usually below 86 degrees Fahrenheit, so the cheese absorbs all that wonderful smoky aroma without actually melting or cooking. Smoke is generated from hardwood chips like hickory or applewood and piped into the chamber. The cheese is left to bathe in this smoke for several hours. The longer it smokes, the more intense the flavor becomes. After smoking, the cheese isn't ready to eat just yet. It's tightly wrapped and left to rest for a week or two. This resting period is vital because it allows the initial, sometimes harsh, smoke flavor to mellow out and distribute evenly throughout the entire wheel of cheese, resulting in that perfectly balanced taste we all love. Of course, not all smoked Gouda is made this way. Some mass-produced versions use a shortcut by adding liquid smoke flavoring directly to the cheese curds. While this creates a consistent product, it often lacks the depth and nuanced flavor that comes from traditional cold smoking over real wood chips. So, if you can, look for artisan or traditionally smoked Gouda for the best experience. And did you know that the cheese is named after the Dutch city of Gouda? Although, fun fact, the locals pronounce it more like Gouda. This cheese is a global phenomenon, accounting for a huge percentage of the world's cheese consumption. The smoked version, in particular, has a special history, with some traditional methods using historic brick ovens and hickory chip embers to impart that signature flavor. It's a process that turns a great cheese into an unforgettable one. Okay, so now that we know what it is and how it's made, let's get to the best part, how to use it. The versatility of smoked Gouda is truly its superpower. Its creamy texture means it melts beautifully, making it an absolute game-changer in cooked dishes. Let's start with sandwiches and burgers. A slice of melted smoked Gouda on a turkey sandwich is a classic for a reason. The smoky cheese pairs perfectly with the savory turkey. It's also incredible in paninis or a grilled cheese. And for your next barbecue, forget the standard American cheese slice. A thick slice of smoked Gouda on a juicy burger will take it to a whole new level of gourmet deliciousness. The way it drapes over the patty, infusing every bite with smoky, cheesy goodness, is just unbeatable. Next up, baked dishes. This is where smoked Gouda truly shines. Mac and cheese is the perfect example. Swap out some of your usual cheddar for grated smoked Gouda, and you will create the creamiest, most flavorful mac and cheese of your life. The smoky depth it adds is just incredible. It's also fantastic on flatbreads and pizzas. Try it with some caramelized onions, mushrooms, or even some thinly sliced pear. The combination of sweet, savory, and smoky is just divine. You can also add it to savory pastries, quiches, or gratins for an extra layer of flavor. But you don't always have to cook it. Smoked Gouda is a fantastic snacking cheese all on its own. Slice it up and serve it on a cheese board. It pairs wonderfully with a wide range of beverages. For beer lovers, a malty brown ale or a rich stout complements the smoky notes perfectly. If you're a wine drinker, try it with a bold red like a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Syrah. And for those who enjoy spirits, a nice whiskey or bourbon creates a sophisticated and delicious pairing. Add some apples, grapes, and crusty bread to your board, and you have the perfect appetizer for any occasion. And here's a use you might not have thought of: baking. Yes, you can bake with smoked Gouda. Try grating some into your next batch of homemade bread, especially a beer bread. The cheese will melt into the dough, creating little pockets of smoky, cheesy goodness throughout the loaf. It's also amazing in savory muffins or scones. Imagine a warm, flaky scone filled with smoked Gouda and maybe a little bit of chive or bacon. It's the perfect savory treat for breakfast or brunch. You can find smoked Gouda at most grocery stores, usually in the deli or specialty cheese section. It's often sold in wedges wrapped in a distinctive brown or red rind, but you can also find it conveniently pre-sliced, which is perfect for sandwiches and burgers. Now for a pro tip: if you're feeling adventurous and want the most intense, authentic flavor possible, you can try smoking your own Gouda at home. If you have a grill or a smoker, you can cold smoke a wheel of regular Gouda yourself. You'll need a cold smoke generator and some wood pellets or chips like hickory or applewood. It's a fun project for any cheese lover and gives you complete control over the smokiness. Just remember, the key is to keep the temperature low so you don't melt the cheese. So, to recap, smoked Gouda is an incredibly delicious and versatile cheese. Its creamy, buttery base is enhanced by a rich, smoky flavor that can elevate almost any dish. Whether you're melting it into a comforting mac and cheese, layering it on a gourmet burger, or simply enjoying it on a cracker with a glass of wine, smoked Gouda brings a unique and sophisticated taste to the table. It's a culinary chameleon that can transform a simple meal into something truly special. I really encourage you to pick some up on your next grocery run and experiment with it. Try it in one of your favorite recipes and see how it takes the flavor to the next level. One of the absolute best dishes in my family has to be oven-roasted cauliflower with Gouda cheese. Seriously, it's a game changer. This recipe is super easy and perfect for two, making it an ideal side for any meal. You can whip it up in just 15 minutes, and then let it roast for about 25 minutes. The combination of the tender, caramelized cauliflower and the rich, nutty flavor of Gouda is just heavenly. It's like a warm hug on a plate. So, gather your ingredients and let's dive into this delicious culinary adventure together. Trust me, you won't regret it. Seriously, if you've ever strolled by it in the grocery store and thought, "What's the big deal?" you're totally in the right spot. Let's dive in and explore together what makes this cheese so ridiculously delicious and totally special. You're gonna love it. One of my absolute favorites has to be French onion soup with Gouda. You know, it's just so comforting and delicious. Grab a big pot and toss in some butter and olive oil over medium heat. Once it's all melted and bubbly, throw in sliced onions, minced garlic, and a sprinkle of sugar. Let them cook until they're nice and caramelized. About 20 to 25 minutes should do the trick. Then, stir in some flour and keep cooking for another 2 to 3 minutes. You're on your way to something delicious. Pour in your broth or stock, and if you're feeling fancy, add some wine too, totally optional. But it really amps up the flavor. Give it a good stir and bring everything to a nice simmer. Season it up with salt and pepper, then let it bubble away for about 20 minutes. Oh, and don't forget to preheat the broiler while you're at it. Ladle that delicious soup into some cute oven-safe bowls, okay? Now, grab those crispy baguette slices and lay them right on top. Don't forget to sprinkle a generous amount of gooey Gouda cheese over each bowl. This is where the magic happens. Pop them under the broiler until that cheese gets all melty and golden brown. Trust me, the aroma will be irresistible. Serve it hot and enjoy every spoonful. Oh, and just a heads up, when I say a cup, I mean about 240 milliliters. You're gonna love this. What's your favorite way to use smoked Gouda? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your ideas and getting new inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the wonderful world of smoked Gouda. If you really enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the delicious world of food, don't forget to smash that like button. Seriously, It helps us out a ton. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our tasty adventures. Coming up next, we've got some exciting recipes and foodie tips lined up that you're gonna love. Can't wait to see you in the next video.